I was going to sit someplace beautiful tonight and do a recitation of the scripture, but the mosquitoes have other opinions, and I really don't know how to do this, keeping my hands steady with mosquitoes all over, so if this is shaky, I do apologize. But I was looking this week at the scripture. We're going back in Matthew to chapter 9 into 10. It's quite a long one, but it's the first we get now after the whole season of Lent, Easter, Passover, or Pentecost is finished. So we're now back at the time where we're going to be going through scripture straightforward, normally. So there's not going to be any seasonal breaks, no kind of big themes that we're working with. And I noticed that the scriptures were speaking to me a bit differently this time around. Usually when we do scriptures, we all hear certain things, we revisit, but occasionally when we're reading, we hear something we've never heard before. And I had that experience. If you look at 9 to 10, 9:35, I think, to 10:23, it's long, but the very first thing it starts with is that Jesus watched the people and they were weary. I'm weary. I don't know about you, but I am really, really tired. It's it's been a struggle for the last few years to kind of do my thing. And I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people who are struggling with housing prices, with food prices, with all sorts of things. And we're weary. Jesus noticed that. And before he did anything, he didn't step in kind of to save them. He didn't step in to make it better. He just noticed it, first off. And then the next thing he did was he turned to his friends. He said, okay, time to get busy. We've got a job to do here. And that's something that really struck me, because we talk about church leadership as the time where people kind of get up and take their gifts, take their resources, and they go into the world and do the thing. But Jesus isn't saying that. This is relatively early in the ministry. And Jesus is telling his friends that, you know what, we've got something to offer, so we have to get out there, because there are not that many of us who are doing this. I'm facing the sun right now, as you can see. So I'm just going to turn around slightly so the sun will not get into our way. The thing is that Jesus recognized something that all too often as church leaders we don't. And that is that people are tired, and that sometimes the leadership cannot wait for a good time. He told them to go. He told them, don't pack things, don't do anything extra. Go to places, see if they accept you. If they don't, just keep on going. If they do accept you, stay for a couple of days and then move on. At this point, the Christian church was beginning to form, not structures, not cathedrals, not organizations like bishops and deacons, so much as people were now looking at what we believe, who we are, and how we actually get there. Jesus said to his followers, there's a lot of people who are needing this message. The weary are there. They're needing the hope that we bring through Jesus Christ's message, through God's promises. They need us to step up in a really big way and be there for them. This is one of the things that we forget often in the ministry of Jesus. Professionals are not the ones that have done the majority of it through the centuries. It's actually individuals. It's people who don't have a lot of skills necessarily, don't have the education, but they recognized how simple the message is and how easy it is to share it. Hope, possibility, solidarity, community, social justice, these are all the messages that Jesus wanted to tell these folks. That I see you being weary, I see you being tired, I see you wanting to be more than you have. Follow me. We're going to a place where all of that is going to happen.